Hello there, hi everyone, welcome. My name is Susan and I am a hypnobirthing and birth preparation teacher and a pregnancy yoga teacher and also a doula, and I am just hopping on to do this little video this evening all about hypnobirthing and how there are so many myths about hypnobirthing and how sometimes we get it very wrong. So when I tell people what I do for a living, that I teach hypnobirthing and work with pregnant women and pregnant couples, they kind of look at me and nod and, okay, and then maybe they ask a few questions and then maybe they've got completely the wrong end of the stick. And there's so many things that people think about hypnobirthing that just isn't true, that's completely misunderstood. And so it's become more common, hypnobirthing, in the past few years, which is fantastic, but there's still a lot of myths that people have. So I did a video just last week about 5 hypnobirthing myths and just busting those. And so today I'm going to do another 5. So we'll have 10 because there's so many things that people come up with that isn't actually the case, and just wanting to really help you understand what hypnobirthing is and why it's so brilliant to prepare for your birth during your pregnancy. So, first myth of this second round of 5 is that hypnobirthing promises you a pain-free birth. Now, I would absolutely love if I could promise you that, but sadly I can't, and no hypnobirthing teacher can, because well, pain is a really subjective thing, and what one woman calls pain, another woman will find a walk in the park. And while it's definitely true that many hypnobirthing women talk about birthing in a very comfortable way during their labour, during their birth, that some women really find it a really intense sensation, a tense experience, and they're roaring like a lion, and it's not calm at all. It's very vocal, very noisy, and they're using these noises and these sounds to help them labour. So each of those experiences are a hypnobirth, and we don't know what kind of birth you will experience until that happens. There are no rules, there are no guarantees. But with the hypnobirthing a birth preparation course that I bring, you can learn how your body works and how it is designed to labour and birth really efficiently, and learn techniques and skills that can allow you to relax into your body because you know what it's doing, allow you to feel really empowered by it, tap into your intuition, and minimise the pain that you're working with. So there are sensations, but knowing why those sensations are occurring and what is going on in your body that's creating those, so that you can relax into it. So that is myth number 1. Sorry, no guarantees of a pain-free birth. Myth number 2 for today is feeling scared is part of birth. So people assume that feeling scared is what you should feel when you're giving birth. And this is not true, absolutely not. There's nothing to be fearful of, or there shouldn't be. So because of what we learn in the hypnobirthing course, hypnobirthing mums during their pregnancy can learn these skills to go into their birth feeling positive, feeling confident, feeling relaxed, and even really excited about what they're going to experience, that sense of empowerment, that sense of them birthing their baby, however that happens, in whatever situation. So this massively impacts the body's ability to birth efficiently, is fear and not having fear in the body. So when you are calm, when you are relaxed, when you are very in tune with your body, then your body produces hormones, one of which called oxytocin. And this hormone allows the body and the surges, which we call them, or the contractions, to work really efficiently. And it also works with other hormones to create natural painkillers for the body. So for any sensations that you might be feeling, it helps to relieve those. So it's a super effective system that the body over time has developed. But if you're feeling fearful, scared, worried, anxious, observed, you produce, conversely, stress hormones. And these stress hormones stop the body working so efficiently, and they block the oxytocin, this hormone, and the endorphins and other hormones that we want to flow freely in the body when we're relaxed and at ease. So if you're going into labour feeling calm and relaxed, it's really important, because that allows the body to work brilliantly and efficiently in your labour. And being able to stay calm and positive during birth starts with preparing yourself during your pregnancy. So hypnobirthing provides all the tools to enable you to do that, to have the skills, to have the tools, to have practiced and done that during your pregnancy. So myth number 8 of the 10 is that hypnobirthing stops you from working with midwives and working with doctors. And that is so not true. So in the past, sometimes it's been pitted that the hypnobirthing couples were, working against the consultants and the midwives in the hospitals, the obstetricians, but hypnobirthing really isn't about them and us. And actually what hypnobirthing does do is provide you with a really good way, because you understand birth so well, of communicating really brilliantly with those birth professionals. So it helps you to feel informed and empowered and confident, pass your wishes on really effectively to that team of medical professionals, and helps you deal with whatever situation might come up during your pregnancy, during your birth. And many midwives today are more and more are actually trained in hypnobirthing or teach hypnobirthing themselves. So they really see it as a really super effective way to work with a woman that's in their care. So that's really fantastic that there's so many more people aware of hypnobirthing, and so many more midwives and people who are there to help you and to care for you. So hypnobirthing is really showing you and helping you how to create a wonderful, positive birthing team. So the team is mum and baby and birth partner, and all your care providers too. And those, wherever that is, whether it's at hospital, whether it's at home, wherever you choose to birth your baby. And that team is going to help you birth your baby in the most positive and empowered way that you can. So number 9, you're not allowed to think negative thoughts when you're hypnobirthing. So if you have negative thoughts, negative feelings around birth, it's really important to acknowledge those during your pregnancy, so you can address them and so you can let them go. So part of what we do in hypnobirthing is to learn to understand what our fears are. Some of them will be very obvious, some of them will be quite deep-seated in our subconscious, to find out and explore them, and then to understand why we have them, and then to get information and to help us to overcome them and release those fears. Because when we have those fears and concerns and worries, pretending that they're not there won't help, because inevitably those fears will bubble up and rise up to the surface. And it's not uncommon that the place and the point that that happens is during labour. And that is not going to help at all. As we've heard, the fear and the worry brings stress hormones and stops your body birthing efficiently and effectively. So we want to address those fears and worries in pregnancy, not in labour. So with hypnobirthing, we provide you with the opportunity, techniques and methods of addressing the fears and how to release them for good. And I've got a really beautiful special workbook that I've had printed and created and designed with a number of different exercises for exploring fears and worries and releasing those. And it's something that we talk about in hypnobirthing, and it's super important. So final one, number 10 of 10, hypnobirthing myths to bust. And that is that hypnobirthing is just about the birth, which logically the name would suggest it is hypnobirthing, but actually it's not. The birth is just part of it. So the preparation we do in hypnobirthing is done in your pregnancy, and that really helps you connect in to yourself, to your intuition, to your baby, and to your birth partner too, at a really deep level. So when it comes to thinking about birth and how they're going to be able to support you, the birth partner, during your labour, during your birth, and in the rest of your pregnancy, it helps shape that relationship, and that's really powerful. It also allows you some time each day to take some time out of your busy life and just to reflect on what an amazing job that you're doing. So the practices that we do, the relaxations that we do each day, that we learn, small amount of time each day, but they really help you to connect in that you are growing a baby. Wow, it's so freaking amazing. And helping you to relax into that, connect into that, feel really empowered and positive about that. And it also teaches you to be an expert in navigating and dealing with stressful situations. So dealing with the unexpected. We learn how to deal with those things through the techniques of hypnobirthing so that you can create an easy and positive experience of the birth that you desire. So also, once you've had your baby, these skills are invaluable. So the breathing techniques, the way of connecting in, the way of taking some time, dealing with these stressful situations with a newborn baby and all the twists and turns that that throws up. All of that is addressed through the techniques that we learn in hypnobirthing. And also we talk about the 4th trimester, and we talk about what happens in that postnatal period. And that's really important to know too. So even though the clue's in the name, the name's on the tin, hypnobirthing, it's not just about birth. It's about pregnancy, labour, birth, postnatal, and the rest of your life. For both you and for your birth partner too. These tools that you learn, that both of you learn, people tell me are invaluable in all sorts of stressful situations in their life going forward. So that's it. That's number 10, all done and dusted. The 5 or the 10 myths busted overall, the 5 from today, the 5 from last week. If you didn't see the first video, pop back on and watch it. It is on the Facebook page and on my YouTube channel too, which is formodernmothers.video. Finally, just one thing to say is that every pregnancy, every birth is different. And whilst I can't promise you that hypnobirthing will give you a perfect birth, I can assure you it will make a positive difference to your experience, and also let you know that by the end of the course you'll be feeling calmer, more positive, more empowered and prepared for the rest of your pregnancy and for your birth. So that's all for me for today, and so nice to speak to you. Thank you for taking the time to watch. If you are interested in finding out more about the 4 Modern Mothers hypnobirthing and birth preparation courses that I run, then do check out my website, www.formodernmothers.com. There's also info on there about my pregnancy yoga classes too that I run. And do leave any comments below, ask me questions. I love questions, either on YouTube or on Facebook. You can private message me or drop me an email, which is yogaformodernlife@outlook.com. So I'm looking forward to speaking to you again soon. There'll be another video on here in the next week, and have a fab day. Thank you so much. Bye.